Have you ever set a massive, beautiful, inspiring goal, and then, about 3 weeks later, found yourself sitting on the couch, eating cereal for dinner, watching cat videos, and feeling like a complete failure? I have a feeling we're not alone. That glorious New Year's resolution, that lose 20 pounds declaration, that write a novel this year promise, it has a special kind of magic, doesn't it? The magic of making you feel terrible about yourself by February. Tell me the most ambitious, ridiculous goal you've ever set for yourself in the comments. Let's create a safe space for shattered dreams. Today, we're not just going to question that cycle of hype and failure. We're going to expose the fundamental flaw in the entire philosophy of goal setting that the gurus have been selling us for decades. And by the end of this video, you'll see why the secret to getting what you want might be to stop focusing on where you're going. So what's the conventional wisdom? It's plastered on every motivational poster and fills every self-help seminar. You need a goal. A big, hairy, audacious goal. It needs to be SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You're told to visualize the summit of the mountain, to taste the victory, to feel the imaginary six-pack abs. The theory is simple. A clear target gives you direction and motivation. Without a destination, you're just adrift. And that sounds completely logical, doesn't it? It's the entire premise of every sports movie ever made. The team has one goal: win the championship. And through a series of montages set to an epic 80s rock ballad, they do. But here's a question those movies never answer. What happens the day after the championship? This is the first crack in the beautiful facade of goal setting. It creates what psychologists call a what now problem. You work for months, maybe years, denying yourself, pushing yourself, all for a single moment. You hit the goal, you get a short-lived burst of euphoria, and then emptiness. The entire structure of your life was built around chasing this one thing, and now it's gone. You're left with a kind of post-goal depression, scrambling to find the next peak to climb so you don't have to face the void. It's a life defined by a constant state of pre-success failure. Think about it. From the moment you set a big goal, you are, by definition, failing. Every single day that you haven't written your novel or lost those 20 pounds, you are not yet successful. You exist in a perpetual state of lack until that one fleeting moment you cross the finish line. It's an incredibly stressful and demoralizing way to live. You're basically telling yourself, I'll allow myself to be happy and satisfied when I achieve this, but not a moment before. Now, let's get to the really juicy, rebellious part of this. The creator of the comic strip Dilbert, Scott Adams, famously said, "Goals are for losers." It's a shocking statement, designed to grab your attention. But when you dig into his logic, it's terrifyingly brilliant. He argues that every single person who enters a competition has the same goal: to win. In the Olympics, every runner on the starting line has the goal of winning the gold medal. Yet only one of them will succeed. So, if everyone, the eventual winner and all the losers, has the exact same goal, then the goal itself cannot be the thing that separates them. The winner of the race and the person who comes in last both wanted to win. The difference was their system of training, their system of nutrition, their system of recovery, their system of mental preparation. The person who wins didn't just want it more. They had a daily process that was fundamentally superior. Let's bring this back to our vintage rubber duck collector from earlier. His goal is to have the world's most complete collection. It's a noble, if slightly weird, goal. He can spend all day daydreaming about the grand opening of his duck museum. But if his system is just occasionally scrolling through eBay when he's bored, he'll never get there. A successful collector, however, has a system. Maybe it's, every Tuesday and Thursday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I will contact 3 other collectors to inquire about trades. Every Saturday, I will visit 3 different antique shops. He's not focused on the finish line. He's focused on executing the process. The success of his day isn't measured by, did I complete my collection? But by, did I follow my system? This is the profound shift. A goal-oriented person is in a constant battle with the present moment, always chasing a future that hasn't arrived. A systems-oriented person finds success every single day, simply by showing up and doing the work. The system is the game, and you get to win every time you play. So, how do we escape the tyranny of the finish line and build a success machine instead? You have to reframe your thinking. Instead of, I want to lose 20 pounds, you create a system. I am the kind of person who moves their body every day and eats whole foods. The new goal isn't a number on a scale. The goal is to become that person. Your system then supports that identity. It could be, I will go for a 30-minute walk every day after lunch, and I will have a salad with every dinner. Did you do your walk today? You won. Did you eat the salad? You won. The outcome, the weight loss, becomes an inevitable byproduct of your daily victories. It's no longer the focus, it's the happy consequence of a winning system. Instead of, I will write a novel this year, you create a system. I am a writer who writes. Your system is, I will write 500 words every morning before I check my email. Did you write your 500 words? You won. You are a writer. Do that enough times, and a novel simply appears. The beauty of a system is that it's adaptable. With a rigid goal, any unexpected obstacle can feel like a catastrophe. If your goal is to run a marathon in May, but you sprain your ankle in March, your goal is shattered. You feel like a failure. With a system focused on being a physically active person, you simply adapt. You can't run? Okay, the system shifts to swimming or physical therapy exercises. You're still following the system, you're still winning the day, even when circumstances change. The system is your commitment to the process, not the prize. And that is where real, sustainable progress comes from. It's about falling in love with the boredom of consistency. So what have we learned? That the self-help industry's obsession with setting big goals is a beautifully packaged recipe for anxiety and a yo-yo cycle of motivation and despair. The profound, counterintuitive truth is this: your goals don't determine your success. Your systems do. Goals are a direction, a suggestion for the path. But the systems you build are the vehicle that actually moves you down that path. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Stop obsessing over the finish line. It's a single moment. Your life is made up of all the moments in between. Win those moments. If this perspective challenged your thinking and respected your intelligence, do me a favor and hit the like button. For more ideas that break the rules of conventional wisdom, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing which part of this argument surprised you the most. Was it the idea that goals create a failure state, or that winners and losers have the same goals? And finally, suggest a common piece of advice or a famous quote that you want to see me put on trial in a future video. Thank you for watching. Now, go build a system.